Anderson.
To tell you the truth, thank you, Mayor. A lot of this process, when many of us up here saw it on the agenda for tonight, we had no idea that someone had been chosen. There has been no transparency when it comes to the council on this whole process. So a lot of us have been very upset about this. The way we feel about it, this land is owned by you, the residents, and us. And we feel that due diligence and careful deliberation has been paramount, but it has not been involved in this process because we weren't involved in this process at all as a council. So a lot of this was a surprise, a huge surprise. And then I found out that basically Councilwoman Obarski and I met yesterday with City Manager Krieger and Marcy Schatz, Assistant Manager, and also our lead counsel, Mike, and we found out things that we hadn't seen before. Most of the slides that all of you just saw is the first time we saw them yesterday. So the process of this has been really, really interesting for us, and we were totally caught off guard when we saw the item on the agenda tonight. So we had received very little notification. When the workshop was canceled, it was supposed to be August 28th. We were given no reason. Some of us assumed that more information was being gathered, and then this workshop would take place. There would be input for public comments, that sort of thing. Now it's being rescheduled, which is a great thing. I'm not putting any dispersions on what was decided about the committee that was formed, but we had no input on any of the process nor any knowledge of anything that was being done, except for a few notes in some Friday confidentials, which was so vague and usually one sentence long. So I feel that really transparency has gone out the window when it comes to your elected officials, many of us up here. And I know that Councilwoman Broadhead was only included in that committee because she asked to be. She wasn't put on there automatically. So if she had not asked, there would not have been even one of us on there. And she had not discussed anything, the confidentiality, I understand, but we did not hear anything from her either. So I really feel angry at some of this because your elected officials have been totally in the dark on much of this. So I hope that we can move forward, and I know with the workshop, and we know that we're going to do what's best for this community because this land is yours. It's not a developer's, and we all know that. But I think the process has been totally wrong because we would have liked to have a little input on what the process, the due process was going to be and how this was determined. So I don't know if anyone else has a comment, but